Hi, good morning. This is Kim Reads Urantia. I'm here to read to you from the Urantia book. First, I'm gonna read a little bit from "Light the Flame" by Andrew Harvey. Okay. Sorry, I'm just waking up here. It's raining out a little bit, it's dripping out a little bit today. That's actually good. It was really dry, so I'm glad for that. Okay, anyway, this is an ancient prayer for Athens. Ancient Greek, right? O Pallas Athena, sea-born queen, may you and your father Zeus keep this city and its citizens from discord and from all calamity and from untimely death. Okay. God, stop that. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's very nice. I see Pallas Athena here. I'm not seeing this as related to the spirit, because we're talking about the Holy Spirit. I'm seeing it more as related to the Son. So here, this is like what? The eternal daughter, the sea-born queen. Like the eternal Son. I don't know. Usually I feel like the the Holy Spirit is vaguely feminine, or the eternal, or the infinite spirit is vaguely feminine. The Son is masculine. And these are just my, kind of my little, you know, intuitions. It doesn't mean that's how it really is. Um and of course the Father is without gender. Probably would be more accurate to say the universal parent or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, we have to be masculine to appease the masculine culture. Anyway, but here with this, I'm feeling that this O Pallas Athena is closer associated with the eternal Son. May you and your father Zeus keep this city and its citizens from discord and all calamity. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the close partnership. You and your father, the eternal Son, the father, son, father, daughter. Okay. But it is Father's Day, I guess. Happy Father's Day to Zeus, Father Pallas Athena, and all the other fathers out there. Absolutely. And to the Holy Father. Happy Father's Day, God. Okay. All right. Yeah, I should have wished you Happy Mother's Day too, probably. Probably I forgot to do that. Anyway, stop. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here on the Urantia book. We're on part 3, section 3 of paper 9, relation of the infinite spirit to the universe. And I'm on section 3, the universal manipulator. Okay. I don't like the sound of that. Manipulation isn't my bag, right? Don't really appreciate manipulating or being manipulated or any of that, but okay. Let's I think it just means like fine tuning. Let's think of it that way, as tuning in to stuff in the universe, tuning in. Okay. Tuning in, tuning up, tuning in, like the car's in for tune up, tuning up the universe. Right. Okay, let's go like that. The Isle of Paradise is the source and substance of physical gravity. Right? All physical gravity is directed toward the Isle of Paradise. And that should be sufficient to inform you that gravity is one of the most real and eternally dependable things in the whole physical universe of universes. Gravity cannot be modified or annulled except by the forces and energies conjointly sponsored by the Father and the Son, which have been entrusted to and are functionally associated with the person of the third source and center. Okay, so this is telling me that the infinite spirit can suspend gravity. Can just suspend gravity. Okay, and that's not the same as like we do with right, simulating anti-gravity when we're just in the anti-gravity chambers and put the astronauts in those places where you see them floating on TV and all that. Yeah, so they actually suspend gravity. They have that prerogative. The infinite spirit possesses a unique and amazing power, anti-gravity. This power is not functionally observably present in either the Father or the Son. So the Spirit can do something that the Father, Son don't really do. And that's interesting. Well, you know, and the Spirit associated more with the physical reality and energy, physical, you know, energy than the other two are. This power, this ability to withstand the pull of material gravity inherent in the third source is revealed to the personal reactions of the conjoint actor, is revealed in the personal reactions of the conjoint actor to certain phases of universe relationships. And this unique attribute is transmissible to certain of the higher personalities of the infinite spirit. So these angels and stuff, these higher personalities of the infinite spirit suspend gravity. Okay. Hey, that'd be a cool power, right? Anti-gravity girl, woman. You could fly, you know. I always wanted to fly. I like to fly. I fly in my dreams. It's great. It's one of the best feelings. Anyway, anti-gravity can annul gravity within a local frame. It does so by the exercise of equal force presence. Maybe that is kind of like how we make anti-gravity chambers and stuff. Okay. It operates only with reference to material gravity, and it is not the action of mind. Okay. The gravity-resistant phenomenon of a gyroscope is a fair illustration of the effect of anti-gravity, but of no value to illustrate the cause of anti-gravity. Okay, so when we're talking about a gyroscope spinning around, something that spins around so fast that it pulls everything to the outside of it. But that's not how it works, but that's kind of like, okay. So it's spinning around so fast that it pulls things toward the outside of it, away from the center. So something's spinning around the outside. The outside of something is spinning so fast. Maybe that's how they make an anti-gravity chamber. I don't know. Still further does the conjoint actor display powers which can transcend force and neutralize energy. Such powers operate by slowing down energy to the point of materialization and by other techniques known to you. Okay, so this is the idea that, okay, so when energy is just slowed down to the point where physical form emerges from the slowing of those energies. That's interesting too. That's really cool to visualize that. So really all my body is just slowed down energy. But that's not what I am. I'm very, very, very fast energy. Kind of in a shell of slowed down energy. Kind of like very interesting. Okay, it transcends force and neutralizes energy. So it's like, dark matter, antimatter stuff, right? All this kinds of things that the conjoint actor, right, masters, has control over. The conjoint creator is not energy, nor the source of energy, nor the destiny of energy. Z is the manipulator of energy. So there you got the universal manipulator. So it's not like, trying to get us to do something. It's just like tuning that energy. The conjoint creator is action, motion, change, modification, coordination, stabilization, and equilibrium. The energies subject to the direct or indirect control of paradise are by nature responsive to the acts of the third source and center and Za's manifold agencies. The universe of universes is permeated by the power control creatures of the third source and center. Physical controllers, power directors, power centers, and other representatives of the God of action who have to do with the regulation and stabilization of physical energies. So these things aren't just like accidental, just like, like, okay, I'm just spitballing here, like E equals MC squared. Okay. So there's power centers, power directors, and these regulators that come from the infinite spirit that, make sure that stays true. Make sure that that's, okay, going to be like that. So E equals MC squared. So if they weren't there, maybe E probably would equal MC to the third power, or MC to the, or 4.3 times 10 to the 32nd MC something, parentheses, pi times all that stuff, I actually like math. I do, right? Yep. Yeah, so if those aren't there to make sure those things are like, kept on, tuned, right? Right? Or there's all those, oh gosh, those variables that make life possible on Earth, like, yeah, like the gravity on Earth has to be certain way, certain how much, and I don't remember, like the tensile strength of water has to be a certain amount to make the reactions in our body consistent, things like that. So there's all those scientific variables that are subject to the regulation of these the spirit. These unique creatures of physical function all possess varying attributes of power control, such as anti-gravity, which they utilize in their efforts to establish the physical equilibrium of the matter and energies of the grand universe. So that, yeah, they can flip that around. Think if you had like anti-gravity, if there's forces in your body, they can help you. If they want you to live through something, you'll live through it. Because those forces apply to our body and to our cells and the substances which permeate our cellular boundaries, right? I don't know. That's so cool. So if you call on those forces, yeah. I don't know. That's really cool. They have power control. They have anti-gravity, so they can use these things here. All these material activities of the God of action. All these material activities of the God of action appear to relate his function to the Isle of Paradise. And indeed, the agencies of power are all regardful of, even dependent on, the absoluteness of the eternal Isle. But the conjoint actor does not act for or in response to paradise. Okay. So they relate the function to the Isle of Paradise because the Isle of Paradise is material gravity, center of material gravity, so that they're not so the infinite spirit acts independently of the Isle of Paradise. But these agencies of power are all regardful of, even dependent on, the absoluteness of the eternal Isle. Okay, but he's not. So it's kind of like a cooperative relationship with the Isle of Paradise with those forces, but he can act independently of that. I don't know. Okay, so yeah. So it must be kind of like a partnership kind of thing between all these material activities of the God of action appear to relate his function to the Isle of Paradise. And indeed, the agencies of power are all regardful of, even dependent on, the absoluteness of the eternal Isle. But the conjoint actor does not act for or in response to paradise. Well, and paradise isn't a personal thing, so it's not a directive kind of a thing. It's like it's not a personal thing. It doesn't say, hey, infinite spirit, go do this. No, it doesn't do that. So I think this is a source of energy of the prerogatives of the infinite spirit, right? But it's not a directive. It doesn't tell the universal or the infinite spirit what to do. He acts personally for the Father and the Son. Oh, paradise is not a person. There it says right there what I'm saying. The non-personal, impersonal, and otherwise not personal doings of the third source and center are all volitional acts of the conjoint actor himself. They are not reflections, derivations, or repercussions of anything or anybody. So we're just saying that the infinite spirit here is independent and acts in voluntary cooperation and represents the father-son relationship, the father and the son and their relationship. Right. He acts personally for the father and the son. Right. Paradise is the pattern of infinity. The God of action is the activator of that pattern. Paradise is the material fulcrum of infinity. Right. The fulcrum of infinity. The agencies of the third source and center are the levers of intelligence which motivate the material level. Motivate, I don't think, because I don't know if you can motivate matter, but move the material level and inject spontaneity into the mechanism of the physical creation. So the agencies of the third source and center are the levers of intelligence, which instead of motivate, I'm going to say activate the material level and inject spontaneity into the mechanism of the physical creation. Okay. Very cool. So that's I don't know. That's fun. So here we have things moving in the direction of the desires of the son and the will of the father through the third source and center. Okay, well, that'll conclude the program today. Hope y'all have a great one. Excuse me. Drinking coffee. Yep. See you next time. Signing off. Bye.